Good morning, Sandpoint High School. Today, September 10th, volleyball will be playing Coeur d'Alene. Games begin at 4, bus departs at 2, dismissal will be at 1:50. Also, JV boys soccer will be playing Timberlake today. Games begin at 4 p.m. at Pine Street. Also, freshman football will be playing Lewiston High School. Games begin at 5 p.m.
The first powder puff practice is today. Practice time is 6 to 7:30. Please be there by 5. Student ID photos will take place in room E8 during access September 9th through September 18th. Please take this opportunity to get your photo done for your card. Thank you. Homecoming week is next week, September 14th through the 18th.
Also, next Wednesday will be early release. Also, that same Wednesday, the 16th, will be the powder puff game.
Important dates to remember. The homecoming dance is next Saturday, September 19th. Open house is Wednesday, September 23rd. School photos will take place Thursday, September 24th and Friday, September 25th. Senior photos are due by September 25th. The blood drive is on October 1st and there's no school October 2nd.
Also, there's a mandatory cap and gown meeting for the seniors September 14th at 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Get jacked for Powder Puff! September 16th, 7:15, Powder Puff, be there.
Good morning, Bulldogs. Once again, we'd like to review some important guidelines here at Sandpoint High School. This video will review the following. Access. BIC, which is Behavior Intervention Class / in-school suspension, lunch attention and Wednesday school, and finally, bullying and harassment policy here at SHS. First, let's talk a little bit about access. Access is from 2:38 to 3:15 each day. Some exceptions on Wednesdays when there are staff meetings. Practices officially start at 3:30, so you do have time to attend access prior to starting practice. Second, access is time you can meet with your teachers. So it's basically like office hours for your teachers from 2:38 to 3:15. If you have an F, you have automatic access with your teacher to work on improving your grade. 4, you must make an effort to attend access if requested by a teacher. So teachers do have the ability to request you, and you must make that effort to attend if you've been requested. Next, if you don't attend access when requested, you may be assigned lunch attention and/or Wednesday school. Next, please communicate with your teachers. So if they expect you to come in or if they've requested you to come in and you can't make it that particular day, you need to communicate with that teacher so they know that you're not going to be able to make it and just simply reschedule. So that communication piece is very, very important that you have with your teachers concerning access. Next, even if you ride the bus, you should make an effort to attend before you get on the bus. So if you are a bus rider, it does limit your time for access, but you still have a little bit of time there to check in, to touch base, for just a few minutes, and even doing that could be very, very helpful in improving your grade. So please utilize that even if you are a bus rider. And finally, use your Chromebook and or phone for reminders. So utilize those tools, put in your access times. If you've been requested, put an appointment in so you will get those reminders so to help you to not forget if you've been requested for access. All right, let's talk a little bit about BIC, Behavior Intervention Class / in-school suspension, lunch attention, and Wednesday school. So at this time, go ahead and partner up and answer the following questions. So teachers, please pause the video to allow students to answer these questions. All right, now that you've had some time to answer the questions, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this. First of all, as far as where BIC is, or in-school suspension, or lunch attention and Wednesday school, it's located in room C1, okay, which is right off of the commons. You can see here's the lunch lines or the lunch area, okay, and room C1 is right here. Okay, next, the type of offenses that could lead to being assigned in-school suspension or BIC would be things like tobacco-related offenses, that would include e-cigs, insubordination or disrespect to staff, theft, vandalism off campus, repeat skipping of lunch attention, or Wednesday school. Those are some examples of what could get you into the in-school suspension. So hopefully you will engage in none of those activities here at school, and you wouldn't have to worry about being assigned to in-school suspension. You can see the room here. Inside the room, it is set up for you to utilize time to get work done. You have computer access. So if you're assigned lunch attention, Wednesday school, or BIC, you do have the ability to make the most of your time and work on assignments or whatever. 3, truancy. So as far as what offense is going to lead to a Wednesday school referral, it would be a truancy. So that's the most common situation. 4, as far as lunch detention goes, tardies. So if you exceed your 2 first period tardies in the semester, or if your teacher refers you for having too many in periods 2 through 4, you could be assigned lunch detention. 5, as far as skipping Wednesday school, you would be assigned 5 days of lunch detention. Any repeat situation of that could be in-school suspension or BIC time. So if you're assigned Wednesday school, you need to make sure that you serve. All right, let's talk a little bit about bullying and harassment. Bullying and harassment are things we take very seriously here at Sandpoint High School. We do not tolerate bullying or harassment of any kind here at SHS. First of all, the state of Idaho defines bullying as a student or students engaged in persistent negative action against another student or students in an attempt to gain control over the victim, generally characterized by aggressive or intentional harmful behavior. 2, a bystander is someone who does nothing when they witness acts of bullying. So if you're standing there and you're seeing some obvious harassment or obvious bullying and you do nothing about it, you don't try to intervene, you don't report it, then you're a bystander. An upstander is someone who is going to attempt to stop the bullying and or report the acts. And certainly that is something we encourage here at Sandpoint High School. We want all students to be upstanders, to intervene, to help prevent bullying, to report things when necessary. 3, according to the Centers for Disease Control, 25% of Idaho students on a survey said they were victims of bullying in 2013. So it is certainly a prevalent issue here in the state of Idaho, and is something that deserves our attention. 4, also according to the Centers for Disease Control, 18.8% of Idaho students said they were cyberbullied at some point. And this is a kind of a growing problem, the whole cyberbullying epidemic, and again is something we do not tolerate at Sandpoint High School. So please do not engage in cyberbullying of any kind. As far as the consequences go, first offense, possible BIC time or in-school suspension time, and a parental contact. Second offense, again, more possible in-school suspension time, or there is even the possibility of being suspended out of school suspension for 2 to 5 days. And a third offense could lead to possible expulsion. So it is a strike 3 situation. Strike 3, you're out. So please do not engage in bullying harassment. You can see the consequences are pretty severe. And with any bullying harassment situation, it is referred to law enforcement. And law enforcement has the discretion to pursue any kind of criminal charges against a person or persons involved in bullying and harassment. what can you do if you've been bullied or have witnessed bullying? Well, you can call the anonymous bullying hotline at 263-3034. The extension is 4008. And this allows you to do a recording where you can discuss what the situation is and keep it completely anonymous. Next, report to a Sandpoint High School administrator, a teacher, or a counselor. Or you could talk to our school resource officer, which is Officer Smith. So any one of those avenues would be a way to report bullying here at Sandpoint High School. So please do so if you think there's bullying or harassment of any kind. All right, hopefully you found this video to be helpful. Everybody please have a great school year.